Hi everyone, welcome to Chapters, my dark forest island. I'll put the dream address in the description below if you would like to visit yourself. There is also a scavenger hunt to find and return to Maple's books, so there may be spoilers in this video if you plan to try that out. Good luck, but without any further ado, come take a stroll through the woods with me. So first of all, let's take a look at the map. The map is something I'm really proud of with this island, and something that I really considered as I was building it. I tried to make use of multiple levels as much as possible, as well as a lot of waterscaping. I wanted a natural look for the forest theme. For villagers, we have Coco, Roald, Poppy, Rodney, Blair, Maple, Dobie, Lucky, Fauna and Pashmina. I really wanted the entrance to be very overgrown with lots of trees, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. To give it a natural look, my island has a lot of different routes you can take, so we may double back on ourselves at times, but let's first start by heading to the shopping district through this walkway. One thing that I do a lot of on this island is cover it in custom designs, flower designs especially. I think this really helps give it a cluttered and forest look. So in this area we have both shops. I wanted to separate them slightly, but still keep them together, hence the third level use for A-balls. My favourite part here is the view as you look over the waterfall. Now if we head down the left side of the shops, we have a small walkway that leads to Poppy's house, but we're not going to head there just yet. Instead, we'll head back down to the entrance to take the other route. If we had chosen the other route, we would have been met with this small crossroads area. Let's first head up past Pashmina's house. Here we can head up to Poppy's house too, where she can sit and read outside or host forest parties. There's also a fishing spot just behind her house. If we cross this bridge, again there are multiple directions we can go, so let's first head over to the beach past Blair's house. I really wanted to tuck the houses into cliffs as much as possible on this island to help with the flow and make it look very overgrown. At the top of the beach we have a small picnic area which I envisioned to be Blair's little hideaway. On the beaches I found it hard to know how to decorate them to fit the forest vibe, but I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I used a lot of coconut trees so it still looked overgrown and covered the ground with rock pattern as well as more spread out custom flower codes. I think this really helped to blend it in with the rest of the island. So this beach leads to a campsite where I tried to put out a lot of camping items as well as giving them a cooking area on the large rock we passed by on the way down. I'm really happy with how I used this rock area, although I think it could have used some more custom codes for texture. Let's head back up to take a look at the farm. I started this island before the 2.0 update, so I had to alter this area to include a farm, but I'm so glad that I did. Though I miss the cute waterfall area that I had here before, I love being able to have a farming area deep in the back of the forest. There's also a small stargazing area back here. Heading back out, we can cross over to Coco's little hideaway. Here she has a small private pond area where she can sit and relax. Now we can cut through the small pathway that heads to resident services on the other side of Pashmina's house. I absolutely love small walkways like this between cliffs. One thing I really wanted to do with resident services on this island was to make it feel very isolated and closed off, so there is a lot of waterscaping and terraforming around it. Heading down, we get to Lucky's house and another decorated beach area that leads to a small outdoor spa. Maybe Lucky likes to hang out here to relax. Let's keep going right now and we get to Fauna's house where she has a carriage waiting. also decided to turn this rock into a sword in the stone reference, so this area has a big fairy tale vibe to it. One of the islands I plan to make in the future over on Twitch is a whole Camelot themed island. Behind Fauna's house we have a walkway that leads all the way over to Maple's house, where you have to return the books in the dream address. I really wanted her area to have an outdoor library theme, so I gave her many reading spots and books. As you can probably see, she's one of my favourite villagers. Going up the incline, now we can get to Dobie's house. I decided to put him near to the museum as I imagine that he works there doing research. We'll get to his research area very soon. If we keep heading down this way, we can cross one of the land bridges I have used. I love these custom codes so much, as I really wish land bridges were something we had in the game. As I'm walking around, you can see I have a lot of filler areas, just lots of the same kinds of items. I did this to help with the flow, and I think it also really fits in with the forest theme. So now back here we have Dobie's research spot. He's very messy. If we go back down now, we can head up this secret incline. One of my favourite things to do with decorating is hide inclines in cliffs so they're hard to find. This is one example of that. Over here we have Rodney's house. Rodney is my favourite villager of all, and he has a music hobby, so I gave him a small music section by his house. Then behind it we have one of my favourite areas of the island, my rock garden. Rock gardens are so difficult to make, but I always love how they turn out, and I always have to have them on my island. I wish I'd used more of these decaying trees around the island because I really like how they look. As Rodney is my favourite villager, I had to put my house near his, so down here is where my character lives. Let's take a look inside. In the front room we have just a standard room. I always struggle to decorate the middle of the room, but hopefully in the future with the use of walls and partitions from Happy Home Paradise, I'll be able to make more use of the space. In the room to the left we have a streaming room, obviously also including lots of books, and of course we need many Rodney posters in here. In the back we have a library with an outdoor vibe. And then to the right we have a kitchen. I always find kitchens hard to decorate, but I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Upstairs is a bedroom. My favourite part is the archway with stars behind it. And then down in the basement we have our potions room. I love basements in Animal Crossing houses, they're always the most fun rooms. Back outside and across over to Rodney's house, we can see his neighbour Roald. He's the lumberjack of the island, so he has a workbench outside. Next to his house we have a sunken waterfall, one of the first areas I decorated and one that I really like. We can now cross the bridge behind Roald's house. To the left we can walk past the pumpkin patch, something needed for every dark themed island. Down the incline we have the pirate cove on the secret beach. Finally, if we head back up past the pumpkin patch and head to the other side of the bridge, we can reach the museum behind Dobie's house. I really wanted this walkway to be very hard to walk down and overgrown, like most of the passages on this island. Here we are finally at the museum, the last spot of the tour. There's definitely things I would change with the island if I were to do it again, but I'm still really happy with how it turned out. Please let me know if you try it this scavenger hunt. All the information is on the bulletin board and I'm excited to see how you do. I'm going to make a walkthrough in the future if people get stuck on it. Thank you so much for watching today, I appreciate that so much. I'm still new to making videos, but I'm hoping to make it a more regular thing now, so I'm excited for this new journey. Thank you again and see you next time here or over on Twitch where I stream Animal Crossing most days. Goodbye!